Good morning students, this is your online class and today in our social studies class we will discuss chapter number 10, that is our leaders. So in the previous class we have already discussed two of the freedom fighters, that is Rani Lakshmibai and Bal Gangadhar Tilak. We will continue with the next topic, that is Mahatma Gandhi. So students, Mahatma Gandhi was born on 2nd October 1869 at Porbandar, Gujarat. So Mahatma Gandhi was born at Porbandar, the place which is located in Gujarat. Okay, and Mahatma Gandhi was born to Putlibai and Karamchand Gandhi. Means the mother name of Mahatma Gandhi was Putlibai and father's name of Mahatma Gandhi was Karamchand Gandhi. Next, Mahatma Gandhi studied law in London and became a successful lawyer in South Africa. So after completing studies, he went for higher studies to London and he studied law and completed law from London, and he went to South Africa and became a successful lawyer. So in 1915, when the country was awaking of the great movement of independence, okay, the country was protesting against the Britishers, the rule of Britishers. So at that time in 1915, he arrived in India from South Africa. So he returned back to India in 1915, and the principal policies of Mahatma Gandhi was Satyagraha and non-violence, which led India to independence. So this was a very key policy of Mahatma Gandhi that led India to free from the Britishers. Okay, so and he also launched many campaigns and many movements, the national-wide movements that also affected the Britishers, and that also a very significant effect to the rule of the Britishers. So his campaign includes like non-cooperation movement, okay, not to cooperate to the Britishers, not to use the goods and services of the Britishers. So, and also the civil disobedience movement, the Dandi March. He also launched the campaign of Dandi March, a very big campaign that was against the salt law that was created by the British government. Okay, and also he launched the Quit India movement. So all this movement and campaign affected the British government very badly, and this led the India to as a free country. So next we will talk about, that is Jawaharlal Nehru. So students, you see Jawaharlal Nehru born in November 14, 1889 in Allahabad. Okay, and he was a principal leader in the independence of our country. So he played a very important role as a leader in the India's independence. So he was the first prime minister from 1947 to 1964, the first prime minister of our country, and he served the country from 1947 to 1964. Again, in the next, he completed his studies in England. The further studies, the higher studies, he completed in England. So next you see students, in 1929 he was appointed as a president of Congress Party. There they formed a party that is known as Congress Party at that time, and he was appointed as a president of that party. Next, he always encouraged the industrial growth, scientific discovery, and encouraged the technological development. That's why Jawaharlal Nehru is known as the architect of modern India, because he played a very important role in the country's development and growth. That's why he was known as the architect of the modern India. So this is of today's class, students. We will discuss the next topic in our next class.